fucking game day Madden 20, bro.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pigs.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like a maid with you. I been on my ugly body drop when I drop with the shorty. She support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Who don't know
that nigga got the cheese, bro. I got a ball.
Most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab it. You can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like two guys to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose the athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots.
That nigga got the cheese, boy. I got a ball, nigga.
They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us.
Did you join the page, bro?
Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Did you tag that nigga?
Chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes.
So you joined it? Oh yeah, okay.
What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Accept his invite to the Facebook page. Yeah, nigga, we doing all this hassle for your ass, and you better stay with me. Jacksonville playbook? You said else playbook?
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Have so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep, hell. Keep it on me cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover.
Yeah,
Just found a ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle with
95 over.
but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hey, here we go. I got you. Check.
Blitz already.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Flat.
From the 29, Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, into the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Fight on these two. There's a line.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
What?
And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
First down, Chiefs.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The choice to make. You're on the road. You're going to take the 3. You're so close to the end zone.
Well, you know what the book says. You know, that mythical book about what to do in certain situations. Road team, it says be aggressive. Go get a touchdown. Don't play for a field goal. I say keep that book open and do it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. You in the thing already?
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Foles. Throw left side complete. That's Lee.
Yeah, nigga, touchdown.
Jaguars. Marquise Lee. 59 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, 51 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 25-yard line.
And out come the Chiefs now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Damn, dude.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker.
What is y'all doing? Where the fuck is my linebacker at, bro?
From 8 yards out, and the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Fournette. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Foles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Mike, I got you.
Now Foles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go. Double time.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Here we go. 180. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Okay.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin the drive with Williams. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
What's up, Jason?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins.
Oh, my God, bro. These niggas here, bro.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mahomes throwing complete there to Robinson and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because we're
trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Talbot Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They go play action here on first down.
God damn, bro. You can't throw that shit on these niggas, bro. Oh,
and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I should have just kept on running the fucking ball, bro.
Because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he's reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
3rd down throw, and misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
That shit would have been
incomplete, falling to the ground. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They start the 2nd half here with Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 46-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh!
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Bro. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant. And
Williams loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Fournette running out of the gun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Now this throw caught left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
It's 2nd and inches at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and inches, Foles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Incomplete. Crisis averted.
Fuck.
Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Yo, you playing your game?
They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and you were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter. Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And this is going to be caught.
He caught it? Get the fuck out of here, bro. I was on him, man.
There. Move the chains.
Oh my God, girl.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought
down. Oh my God, why is y'all face masking, bro?
Look like it indeed. Here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And now get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Mahomes to throw. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Son of a bitch. Tied up now.
From 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Fournette. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Foles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 38, Foles. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Fournette. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run again with Vereen. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The kick by Lambeau is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman.
Bitch, you should
And
have
he'll be
fumbled
taken
that
down, but not
motherfucker,
before
bro.
he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to
Come on, pick that!
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. Now Mahomes. He's going to let it fly.
Come on.
Nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he clinched it and caught it.
Shit, bro.
Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back complete.
Oh, boy. Let's
Get
fucking
away.
go.
He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Open man is Westbrook complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming. As he is smothered behind the line. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Jags, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Man, I'm trying to see what's up.
Come on, man. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking?